The ocean holds many secrets, but none as powerful as the Chola Empire's reign over the seas. They didn't just navigate the waters, they ruled them with an iron grip. Their ships weren't just vessels, they were symbols of power, tearing through waves and striking fear into their enemies. But how did a South Indian dynasty rise to dominate the vast Indian Ocean, reaching lands that even mighty empires dared not challenge? During its peak between the 9th and 13th centuries, the Chola Empire was an unstoppable force. Their influence wasn't confined to land. Their dominance stretched beyond the shores, where their fleets became legendary. Under the visionary rule of Rajaraja Chola I and his successor, Rajendra Chola I, the empire didn't just expand, it conquered. Sri Lanka fell under their might, the Maldives came under their control, and their ships sailed as far as the golden lands of Southeast Asia. Their ambition was limitless, and their power unmatched. What made the Chola Navy the most feared in its time? Their mastery of shipbuilding was unparalleled. Using robust teakwood and advanced ship design, their vessels were built to endure the wrath of the ocean. But these were not just merchant ships. They were war machines, armed with archers, fire arrows, and even war elephants transported for land invasions. The Cholas understood naval warfare like no other, using strategic formations, deceptive maneuvers, and relentless force. Their primary naval base at Nagapattinam wasn't just a port, it was the beating heart of their maritime empire. Perhaps their most daring and legendary campaign was Rajendra Chola's audacious invasion of the Srivijaya Empire, modern-day Indonesia and Malaysia. With a fleet so vast it seemed to block out the horizon, the Cholas stormed through Southeast Asia, conquering key trading ports, bending kingdoms to their will, and establishing themselves as the supreme rulers of the seas. No Indian dynasty before or after them had projected naval power at such an epic scale. They didn't just wage wars. They controlled the trade routes, and whoever controlled trade controlled wealth and destiny. Power wasn't just measured in battles won, it was measured in wealth amassed. The Cholas turned the Indian Ocean into their personal highway of trade, linking India with China, the Middle East, and Southeast Asia. Spices, silk, and precious gems flowed through their ports, filling their treasuries to fund grand temples like the Brihadiswarar Temple, a towering masterpiece built from the riches of their maritime empire. But their influence wasn't only economic. Art, language, and culture traveled with their ships, leaving a mark on foreign lands that still endures today. But no empire stands forever. By the 13th century, the tides had turned. Internal conflicts, rising rivals like the Pandyas, and external pressures from invading forces weakened the once invincible Chola Navy. Their stronghold over the seas began to wane, and with it, their mighty empire started to crumble. The legacy of their naval dominance, however, would live on, influencing South Asian maritime traditions for centuries. The Cholas proved that true power wasn't just about conquering land, it was about commanding the seas. They rewrote history with their fearless expeditions and ambitious conquests, making the Indian Ocean their battlefield and their treasure trove. But what if they had never declined? What if their naval dominance had continued into the age of European exploration? Would they have rewritten the fate of the world? The echoes of their empire still whisper through the waves, reminding us that the sea, once ruled by the Cholas, never forgets. If you found this journey through history fascinating, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more epic tales of the past. Drop a comment below. What do you think would have happened if the Cholas had continued their naval dominance? Let's discuss.